In the ashes of the end rises the Doomsday Queen.
Hi, guys. The wave. Here, let me peel off my Band-Aid so you guys don't see that. Do we have audio now? Are we good? No sound. I've gone deaf. Oh, no. It's because I forget to turn on my mic. I'm here. You guys are quick. Y'all are so quick in here. Welcome back. Holy cow. You guys. Let's jump straight into the most important geopolitical conversations that we've had in a minute. Hello, Cheryl. You can hear me? Yay. Wow, y'all were quick. I just was setting up everything, and normally it doesn't tell me anybody's in here yet. Y'all were quick. All right, we all know things have kicked off. Sadly, we've lost 6 troops. Six people, unfortunately, in this. They just confirmed 2 more in Kuwait. Make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button while we continue going over everything that's going on. You know, this ongoing escalation between the Iran. I'll say it right for you guys. Iran. We're going to say Iran. Okay. Everybody's cool with it. The Kardashians, geopolitical. The Kardashians are back. Oh my goodness. All right. And what it means and everything else that that's going on in the world. 6 troops, 11 countries are officially hit. Yep, you are right on it. We've lost 6 soldiers, 6 service members. The last 2 were in Kuwait. And 11 countries have been hit. Do you want me to name off the countries? Are you guys aware of which countries have been hit and which ones haven't? I'm going through. Hold on. So I'm never going to say their name right. Oman, which is south of Iran, like southeast. The UAE, Dubai, Qatar, Bahrain, Kuwait. They hit Iraq. Lebanon and Israel are in a full escalation right now. And it just seems to be getting worse as the days go by. Megan's like, Iran. You already know I'm going to roast the name. We are not going to be the most politically correct in this chat, and that's okay. Iran is shooting missiles and drones at about every other Middle Eastern country that seem to come from the art of war. At this point, they've just made enemies with everybody else in the Middle East. Like everybody else. They've hit everywhere. Causing airlines to be closed down in Turkey. Yep, they closed the strait. And that is the one thing that we needed to get talking about is when they are closing the strait, we're already seeing issues with the stock market. We already are seeing that. We're seeing oil prices are surging up. Other things are crashing down. Normally, the stock market will do a little bit of a bounce back with geopolitical conflicts. Holy cow, this is a lot of mess going on here. If you guys do not know, I started getting ready to expand. I'll turn you guys this direction. We're getting ready to transplant. My plants are getting too big for their little seedling carriers. So there is a lot of stuff right there going on. I guess I can turn you guys this way. We don't need to look at the mess, right? No way. So in Iraq, they're hitting, let's see. There's massive protests in the green zone, if you did not know that. She tried out water purification. This one's actually just a demo. It's actually really, really old, but I feel like hold on, let's find the lighting to hit it right. I feel like it hits really well, especially on short form content or just a question of how much bleach, if you're using bleach, why would you use bleach? Oh, I guarantee it is. Not going to live in fear, just keep prepping and handle things as they pop up. Yep, Daniel, that's exactly what we do. Like, no matter what's going on worldwide, I'm constantly growing food, producing food. That's a constant for me. So whatever is happening, I'm going to continue doing what I already do. Writing on the bottle is genius. I know it is. So it's like if you're watching on your phone and you want just like a quick, hold on. There we go. A quick little go-to. Every single bleach bottle or in my house, because I clean a lot and do laundry, has this written on it. So it's just muscle memory. So when somebody's like, how much is in 1 gallon? I'm like 8 drops, half a gallon, half a teaspoon, or 5 gallons, half a teaspoon. It just becomes muscle memory. And when you apply those things into your life, then the muscle memory it gets better. Sam's Club had 50-pound bags of rice on sale for $21. I need to go to Sam's. Welcome in, Wolverines. You guys are like, Wolverines. Let's go, Matt. Welcome in. Welcome in. That isn't deep. Well, aren't you blessed? Because I do. So today we did some canning on TikTok, and those videos are going to be coming out. So if you're new to canning, new to food preservation, you guys are going to see it's just a simple, if you're brand new, baby new, it's just pineapple. Pineapple is one of the easiest things you can to get on your shelf. But I was running low, and so we did about 13 pints, I want to say. And it was like an hour and a half. It's not long. I mean, the processing is like 15 minutes. So the conflict over the past few days, military strikes have intensified between U.S. forces and Iranian targets. The U.S. has carried out a series of targets on Iran military infrastructure, responding to the earlier assaults by Iran. I think we can all just come to the justification that Iran should never, ever have a nuke. They get hit by 2 people, they bomb 11 different countries. That's insane. They've hit Syria. They've hit so many different countries at this point. It seems like they're just blind firing at anything and everything. Do you guys hear the cats meowing? Iran has retaliated with missile drone strike attacks against U.S. bases and Cyprus alignments with the U.S. It's a lot. It's a lot of technical and missiles. Welcome in, Joey. Welcome in. This conflict is no longer isolated. It's stretched way beyond Iran, US, and Israel. You've got Lebanon is now involved with exchanging fire with Israeli forces. Everything's kind of a dumpster fire. You know, they lit the gates of hell on fire, and the gates are still lit. Like, it's just constant. Other neighboring states in the Middle East are feeling the impact through this disruptions, threats, and military readiness. The strait has been closed. And what does that mean for you guys? Can you guys tell me what that strait being closed means to you? We're going to see gas prices go up, like astronomically up. Do you think the Navy will get deployed? A lot of the Navy is deployed right now. Yep, we're going to see some fuel prices. I heard that, but I can't confirm it yet. Jay, that's a great point. You heard that Saudi Arabia is going into Iran. I can't confirm it yet. That's a rumor that's going on, but it hasn't been fully confirmed by multiple sources yet. Oil going up. Yep, 100%. There's a lot of real, economic implications with this, or just headlines, instability in the waterways drives oil prices higher and it's going to rattle global markets. Tankers are being rerouted to ensure increased premiums. Oil volatility and increasing military patrols, evacuation. I mean, there's just been so much with the strait closing. Do I think China will stop sending medication to the US? Ooh, that's a possibility. I don't know for sure yet, but it does seem like they're going to try to use any tactic the same way as any other major continent and world leader has used tactics of um what is the word? It's not a stipend. They'll do a sanction, kind of like with Russia. Russia can't do certain trades, so on and so forth. Your job just got expensive to do. Troops on ground in is coming. Well, not yet, but that's still a possibility. Gas already went up to $4.99 yesterday. Where are you at, painting of a duck? You paid $3.60 today. I don't think Trump would fly over there, not during an active. I know that they just said it would be a week. Now it's 5 weeks, and now there's a talk of 90 days. The U.S. stance continues. The military operations. The administration keeps stating the operation against Iran should continue for weeks, but they keep going up and up. I haven't seen what he said. I have to watch that. I've been streaming on both platforms all day, so I'm not really caught up on what everybody else is saying. Gas went from 270 to 315, 45 cents. It's crazy that prices will go up that quickly because it has not impacted what already reserves that they have here. Oh, I haven't seen what he said. I'd have to go back and watch his stuff. I've just been so busy today. Gas went up in West Virginia, 55 cents to 2.99. Wow. I filled up on Friday also because things were just getting more and more escalated, so there was no chance to wait and sit back and decide, maybe we won't. Corporate greed plays into gas prices 100%. Do I think attacks here on the US will intensify? I mean, honestly, we just had one in Texas, which was horrific and awful. I think that sleeper cells will activate if there's more pressure put on them. You work as a cashier at Walmart, 5-gallon gas cans have been selling well for the last 2 days. Yeah. Spirits favor in Taiwan. If China makes a move, typhoon will wipe out invasion forces. That would have us so spread thin. I really hope that they don't. The gas prices gouging will continue. Iran has already publicly vowed that they will not seek negotiations at this time. We do know that the US has made open observations saying that they only have 2 weeks of ammunition, which I don't know if I fully believe that, but at the same time, stockpiles and resources will start to dwindle. Levio Mama says you cannot order toilet paper for pickup. We're not going back into another toilet paper apocalypse, right? I'm officially done buying tomato products. I just planted 18 plants for the year. I love that for you. What about the protests that are starting again against the war? That happens every war. So many protests. JD, thank you so much for saying that. If you guys have not smashed that thumbs up button, we have 120 of you guys in here. We should have 120 thumbs ups. Hi, Code Red. Welcome in. Welcome in. I'm going to see if I can. No. Let me see if I can fix your thing. I know it was being super weird before. Let's see if we can get in there and try to fix this a little bit. You keep getting ads playing. Let me see if I can fix that too. All right, I'm trying to fix everything. Let's see. Let's see how that goes. Code Red, I hope that fixed it. I did Turtle too. Has anyone had a hard time finding cornmeal? I actually just got cornmeal today because I was making English muffins. And I didn't find any hard, but it was very short in stock. Did it fix it? Okay, hopefully it fixed that. Then that way I can go in and fix Mrs. Stoked and everybody else. I know we've had some issues with moderators, statuses, because I'm running not from YouTube, I'm running on a different platform. Duck Rooster, I'm not watching you tonight. I'm just keeping and listening to you tonight. Close your eyes. We can do the prepper radio. It's very easy. You can close your eyes and we'll continue to give you updates on the Iran and US and Israeli conflict going on overseas right now. I should have got a job at a radio. I know. Things though, they're pretty escalated, you know. Human and economic toil, you know, we've got oil prices are rising, investors are seeking safer assets. Currently, stock validity is increasing. We're going to see all kinds of things happen. We're going to see price gouging. You're listening in the gym. I appreciate it. Has anyone found it hard to find a fix all button? Yes. You guys don't hear that, right? You can't see any of the chat. You have to go up on this side to the three dots and select all chat. Welcome in, Tom Tom. Break from American Idol. Say hi to everyone. Oh, you're taking a break? You're getting drowned in ads? Hold on. Let me see. I don't know how to fix that on this side. Drowned with ads? Maybe that fixes it. Maybe that will fix it. Yeah, fuel prices are already going up in the UK. Everyone's dropping the Magnus. You're the only creator I would let ads run for. Oh, thanks. Thanks, LKM. That's how I pay my bills. Thanks. I appreciate that. What's coming next? Escalation, a broader region of war, which essentially could mean World War III. It doesn't mean it yet, but it still means it could happen. Controlled standoff. Continue, you know, the tit for tat military actions, one here, one there. Increasing deployment times, those kind of things. You guys went up. I told you guys to restock, right? Didn't I say that on the very first, right when the launches happened? I was like, y'all should go to the gas station today. Today. Did I say it? I promise you, it's going to continue to go up. Back channel negotiations under external pressure. You know, the UK has already gotten involved. Everybody else is like stepping in of how they think they can do it. There's just a lot of things that can happen. Prolonged standoff, periodic military exchanges rather than immediate diplomatic resolution. Crystal called it again. I told you guys. I said gas is going to go up. It does every single time, you guys. Every single time it's going to go up. Any conflict in the Middle East, you'll always see oil prices go up. Very nice, Duck Rooster. All right, you guys, make sure you guys type yes in the chat if you guys have been tracking all this daily activity with me. Have you guys been here since the initial kickoff? Or are you just finding me today? I agree with Megan on this. Iran will fight till there is no one left. They hate us. That is an understatement. I'm just curious to see what's all going to happen. There's a lot of hitting other countries constantly. That's intense, you guys. That is extremely intense. I mean, hitting Dubai. Y'all know what's in Dubai, right? Please tell me you guys know what's in Dubai. Dubai is crazy. That would not be the country I'd want to hit. The amount of money and the willingness that they have to protect their money and assets. They just made enemies with 11 other countries. You spent the first few hours with me, Mars Planet, the first day. No explanation. American Air Base. Yeah, they hit American Air Base, but they also hit hotels in Bahrain. They have been blind firing. We cannot just like pretend it's not a blind fire. I've been to Dubai. What do you think the global economy will do for oil prices jumping up again? Right now, everyone's saying about 20 cents. How much further do you think it's going to jump up? Code Red, how many thumbs ups are we at to? If you don't make it to a live, you rewatch it later. I love that. My husband rewatches the live. Sometimes he's like, "Whoa, what all was going on? What all was going on?" Eventually, $1 or more, 30 cents. My cat is doing the call of her people. Can you hear her? Do you guys hear that? Hold on. I'm gonna go see if she has food in her bowl right now because she is being a little bit of an angry. What are you so mad about? Magnus, leave her alone. Leave her alone. Be a dingus. Go lay down. Lay down. Drama cat queen, right? She is. She is a drama cat. Her bowl was empty. Ooh, this lighting is horrible. Hold on. Let's see if we can fix that. Okay. Mentally preparing for at least COVID prices to hit again. Yeah. Magnus heard the cat. I know. He was like, where is she? What is she doing? At least $1. Now, if tensions continue for months, what are your most prepped like concerns? Cash, food, fuel, type 1 for cash, 2 for fuel, 3 for food. My boiler breaking down. There's no heat on in here. I don't run the heat in the basement at all. If you're hearing sounds, it's probably my kids. I mean, I have 3 kids and a husband running down. Food. All right. We're getting a lot there. Cash, food, fuel. I think cash could become an issue. We've turned to such a digital time. There's been reports of cyber attacks. I know that they were giving reports out that travelers, anyone over in those regions, to turn off and delete their Snapchat. Like Snapchat had been hacked. Oh, Code Red, your son is so sweet. Communications. I mean, Iran has been known to do a lot of hacking, a lot of hacking. Is anybody else concerned with that going on? I don't know. I'm going to say it out here. I'm going to say my 2 cents. I have never had so many internet issues and cell phone issues as I have this week. Besides when cell phone, like a whole region goes down. Tell me you have not. Please, somebody else tell me that they're seeing this. Your bank had a withdrawal limit today, so you have to go back tomorrow. What? What was the withdrawal limit? Was it high or low? All of the above. Freedom seeds. Freedom seeds, as when there is a time of conflict, the manufacturers and the distributors are going to change. So like currently, before this conflict happened, ammunition companies would be doing 70% commercial, 30% military, so on and so forth. That's how normally it works. And when there's a conflict that arises, they will turn out the opposite direction. So 30% civilian, 70% military. It has been common since COVID. My cash withdrawal limit was way lower today. Really? You've heard people talking about internet. I've had nonstop internet issues. As a live streamer, I'm constantly like my poor routers get the crap kicked out of them for what I do for work. And I was having issues, just issue after issue for the last 3 days. It was only 2,500, but it usually is 10,000 daily. I think that's because a lot of people are pulling cash. Exactly, Michael. That's crazy. Tech issues all this week. Yeah. Huh. 500. Tens, not ATM. Oh. Well, I mean, a lot of us do not trust the digital system that we are currently sitting in. Who in here trusts having digital banking? I do not. Tax returns are coming out. They might want to keep enough to go around. That's true. This question right here, I love the way you said this. Why would they aim drones at Cyprus, other than American Air Base? Here's the truth. Iran is the Uncle Eddie of the world. It is the Uncle Eddie of the world. There is a reason. Very unstable. Always has been, always will be. Very, very, very unstable. I'll say it. When you did a skit video. So, oh, you came across me on a skit video? Which skit video? There's quite a few out there. I have a series called Barb of the Apocalypse. It's like common sense for preppers, but it's got like some comedy and acting in it just for fun. I love a good skit. I feel like it gets our brains thinking. If you take out more than 5,000, you have to fill out a form saying you're not being coerced. Bless you. So if we got their leaders, I don't know. I don't know who's running their country. A lot of internet issues here today. I'm thinking more Donna from that 70s show. Oh, perfect. The one where I had the guy, Barb of the Apocalypse, when the guy was locked in the basement. Yep. What was his name? Each character had their own outfit. Homesteading to the max. I love it. I love when I hear about Barb of the Apocalypse. Barb of the Apocalypse, when I did the whole like emergency broadcasting system, I got flagged so heavy. I almost lost my whole account. They do, Dave. Hello, Nuke. Welcome in. Welcome in. Nuke Venison. Yeah, I mean, it's just nonstop information. It's been like this for days. Oh, trade costs, you got active conflicts, regional involvement. 6 soldiers have been lost. There's more injured. Oil prices. Military activity is expanding. They're deploying more people. They have a lot of no travel orders in the United States for service members not to leave the state that they're registered in. Now that they mentioned it. Oh, now that they mention it, which sucks because I love that series. Do you guys want me to bring back Barb of the Apocalypse? I know TikTok does. I'm always willing to bring back season 2 of it. I mean, the thing was like 21 episodes long. My poor neighbor saw me like changing costumes in the front yard. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, you guys want Barb of the Apocalypse. It's so cheesy. So cheesy. Oh, that's so funny. Hi, H. Smith. Welcome in. You keep your neighbors entertained. I'm sure they look out there and they're like, this tweaker is out there playing with ducks. What is she doing? But you know what? Hail the cheese. I know. I know. Who was your favorite character? Barb? Tilly? Loretta? I don't remember the guys' names. One of them's based off of like Hank on the Hill. Y'all are nuts. We have so much to do over here. I've been begging for it my whole life, it feels like. Oh my gosh. It's only been a year and a half since the last time an episode was made. They did not allow the US to launch from their bases. What happened to the UK? I have no idea. I haven't read that one. The attacks have been something that Iran, banking systems. The data centers are obnoxious. Ammo, bad news incoming. Shelves are drying up. Yeah, that's pretty common right now. A lot of people are going to be panic buying. Some people aren't. Fill your shelves of where you can. Fill your holes. Because we have turned more into an ingredient household over anything. This is kind of what the shelf looks like right now. So like I have like Bonnie's Best, Black Beauties over here. They're all like labeled out. These are all my Roma containers for the Romas. So I'll start getting those ones ready and nurturing them. Ada says, I love Tilly. Yeah, Starmer. That's what I was thinking. No what? Good evening, Teresa. Welcome in. Welcome in. Crisis to always travel light. In case you have to unrun the enemy within the whole weight. That's true. That's true. Don't weigh yourself down. Honestly, none of you guys should be hanging out in anywhere super populated or high risk. Please, if you're thinking about traveling, be smart. A lot of embassies have been hit, overran with protesters. It's just not good. Hello, USMC. Welcome in. Did the ads calm down? I feel like I got them turned down. I don't know how I did it on this side because I'm not even on that app. Did it turn out well? Good evening, Sean. If you don't hold it, you don't own it. That's a good metaphor. Flight disruptions. I mean, how many airspaces have been closed down? There's so many. Turkey, I think Turkey just barely got back up and running. Dubai keeps going to open to close, open to close. They stop for you? Okay. So that means I should turn them back up again? You never know. They're like, no, 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 stop, stop, don't. Reconsider travel, especially traveling outside of the United States or outside of your country right now. Travel is very iffy. I know that there's been a lot of issues saying not to travel. There's a lot of travel advisories, so I would definitely check in with your travel advisories for your area. When all else fails, they take you to war. I mean, war was inevitable. Who in here has seen the video where I've talked about like the triangle of how everything is always linked to war? High Storms Radio, welcome in. Have you guys seen that video where I've linked famine, food prices, inflation, those kind of things, war, pandemics, and government control? And all of those are just universally linked. You can go back through time to see where they have all been linked. There's a reason why all of us doomsdayers have been saying war, war. Oh, thanks, Charles. A lot of people. A lot of people. I have a whole video on it, and we literally talk about it. You're about to, where you can date it back to plagues. You can date it back to different like throughout time. I did say it was coming after the pandemic, pandemic, however you want to say it. And then you have government control. in war. You can't have pandemics, government control, inflation, famine without war being somewhere in the midst of it. Wars make money, unfortunately. $15 and they wanted to keep talking, but they're way too in bed with China to be taken serious. Yeah, Amanda. I mean, they didn't. Who was it from Canada that said that the first world order? And I was like, did he say the quiet thoughts out loud? I was sent that video and I was like, he said the quiet thoughts out loud. And the other guy from Canada that's sitting next to him literally looked at him like this, like mid sentence. What's the video on YouTube? I'll have to look it up. Hold up. Let me go find it. It's under videos. I did a whole video on it. I just don't remember what the thumbnail says. Not the burnout, not the perfect storm. Control what you can. Unfiltered thoughts. What is the video titled? Because it links. Is it the collapse economical? Let me look. I think it's this one. Oh, there's a playing. Lovely. The first domino. I think it's called the domino effect. I think. I'm going to copy that link. Hold on. Let me go back one just to see if it is this one. There's a possibility. Oh, it's right here. I got it. I found it. So I did one on domino effects, but here we go. Here you go. There you go. Oh my goodness. Code red. Thank you so much for that. That was so kind. Thank you. Mother with a dragon tattoo. I just linked the video down in there. Order of chaos, war, starvation, famine. I don't know if I'd go blue beam, but you can go blue beam. AI driven, yeah. You got to get back to work. Ada, I hope you have a wonderful night at work. Some people believe in the blue beam. I don't know if I do. Yeah, they're not hiding anything anymore. What? Don't make it weird. Have we ever practiced bugging out to our land? Yes, we have. And that's some of the reason why we started prepping out there so that we don't have to worry about taking certain items. So that's when solar got moved out there, a lot of buddy heaters, those kind of things. Toe jam. Y'all are weird. don't know on that. Did I can my pineapples today? Yes, and I will be editing the film here and I'll probably get off in about 15, 20 minutes and you'll have some new canning videos up and on here. And then I'm going to continue to monitor. The hard part is it's daytime there when it's nighttime here, which a lot of people don't realize. So each daytime we're kind of getting a synopsis of what is going on over there. We're getting a reboot of what's going on. We are working on those emotes for only cans. You guys asked for it. I asked for it. All right, Zeke, have a wonderful day. You guys will get your emotes that you've been searching so desperately for, especially size does matter. And then you guys can keep that rolling joke for life going on. But the more and more this escalates and continues, we're going to hear less and less information, especially with OPSEC. It's just going to get harder and harder for you to get a hold of people. Gas prices higher. Travelers are going to struggle with that. Higher airfare, currency validity, all the chain delays, all kinds of things. Like it's just going to get very expensive. We already know this. Yeah, we just did some canning pineapple today on live stream on TikTok, but I made a video for you guys with just everything in it. And then tonight, hopefully I will be able to get all of this finished over there. It's a lot. I've got to start getting all of these tomatoes in so I can get the next rotation of seeds. There's more seeds going all the way to the wall this direction. Yeah, a lot of people don't realize those apps track you, even if you turn off the app tracking part. I just think Snapchat, it's not a good app. It's not a good app when it comes to your location and your safety. A lot of people don't realize that these apps will track you even if you turn off the location. Most of your smartphones have some sort of tracking in there. I like to use the silent bags on these. But we have a lot to replant. I kind of made an oopsie mistake with celery and I just decided to go for it. Not the only cans. I know, it's only cans. You gotta get the 2 ends in there. Only cans. But those recipes should be up. And then I have to transplant some jalapenos and give some room over there and start the next wave of seedlings. The whole next wave, which will be very interesting to see how that goes. Might as well toss your phone if you're worried about it. On certain things, I do worry about. I mean, yeah. Hi, Louise. Welcome in. Welcome in. Oh, there's 2 ends in it. Yes. Only cans. No, I haven't. Homestead. What is that? Lovage? The surveillance state. I know. I was very upset when they started doing the lost dog alert. I don't know if you guys know what a lost dog alert is. I can't tell if they. Okay. Okay. Go away. Go away. We have Dax in here. Yeah, they'll use any excuse to track. You love my puppy? My cat hates that dog. The Super Bowl, it made me upset because I was like, I don't want somebody to turn on my cameras. We have like 3 different camera settings for 3 different companies. Faraday bags. Yeah, we love our Faraday bags. I was showing silent bags on TikTok earlier. I really enjoy them. What's its medicinal uses? You're long, 6 feet tall. 6 feet tall. Hi, Kelly. Welcome in. Kelly, are all your mods status? Do I have my phone with me? Yes, I do. Are you sending me something? Are we about to get a new emote? Natural antibiotic. Oh, nice. Tastes like celery. As long as it's not cilantro. I do have my phone with me. I know I have to get onto the herbal side on Discord. I've just been swamped with everything that's going on. I keep like a running list like this of what's been hit, where casualties are, what's this, what's that. Next thing, Kelly had sent me one on shortages on ammunition supply. So much information. I have been just swamped. Swamped. Let's see if I can. Oh my gosh. All right, you guys are going to get a new emote. Look at that. Everybody in here say thank you so much to Joey. That's a laser_BR. That is gold. That is gold. Let's see if I can get it up in the chat. That is gold. Okay, let's find out if I can get that loaded. Okay, I think I go through memberships, emojis, add another emoji. All right, it's loaded. I don't know if it's been approved yet. Oh, this is crazy. Grows on crap soil too, does it? I think the smoke detector is about to go off. Did you really just do what I think you just did? You just went and ate all the cat's food, didn't you? You're naughty. You are so naughty. All right, tell me if you see it. Anybody with a membership in here able to access it yet? Is BB talking? What's he talking on? Can you text me the link? Let's see what BB's got to say. Hello, prepping nurse. Welcome in. Welcome in. Let's see what we find. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, hold on. Would it be on their live? Are they live right now? Two hours ago, 7 hours ago. Okay. All right, we're going to eavesdrop in here. Didn't mean to do what? You're good, Kelly. My preview pass has expired. I don't have Fox. I don't want to sign up. No, come on. Let me see it. BB's got to be live somewhere. Let's see if I can find it. He's got to be live. What did you do? It didn't show me what you did. I don't know what you did. She goes, I didn't mean to do that. Do what? What'd you do? You didn't do nothing. What's the best? What is the best size of jar for canning cranberry juice? Quarts. Quarts. I drink a lot of them. I left the room for 1 minute, come back to 2 kittens watching this live stream. Oh, the kittens are? Thank you. Z Corpa Alpha, thank you so much for that gift. That was so nice. Trump is now considering doing ground troops by May 1st. Lord, I need my husband to get out of the army ASAP. Oh, you hid someone's message. She hid your message. It was an accident, guys. Don't get mad at Kelly. She does no wrong. Robert Thorns. I'm so confused. What are we doing here? We are talking. Do you have a problem? Valerian, natural herb. Oh, very nice. Can't eat it fresh. Usually just dehydrate. I dehydrate a ton and then I'll freeze dry it. He said, no problem. We've been going over everything that's going on in Iran. I did not hear Trump was saying troops till May 1st until Z Corpus said it. So I'm going to see what I can find on it really quick. I do not have 5 computers and I don't make millions of dollars. So hit that follow button so we can get there, so we can have a couple computers open at the same time. Two hours ago, not ruling out troops on ground. Ground troops, if necessary. That's about 5 hours old. Is there anything new on it? I know he said on if necessary, but I've never heard the May 1st. Where did you find the May 1st? Fries lover, thank you so much. World gone mad. I agree. I only have 5 laptops and my old server. Only cans. Is the only cans emote working for you guys yet? Or did I get in trouble?
But they ignored those warnings and refused to cease their pursuit of nuclear weapons. In addition, the regime's conventional ballistic missile program was growing rapidly and dramatically, and this posed a very clear, colossal threat.
Have a safe night. Thank you so much for the gift.
Overseas,
Z Corp.
Objectives are clear. First, we're destroying Iran's missile capabilities, and you see that happening on an hourly basis, and their capacity to produce brand new ones.
Do we have a count of how many missiles were launched just today?
Annihilating their navy. We've knocked out already 10 ships. They're at the bottom of the sea. Third, we're ensuring that the world's #1 sponsor of terror can never obtain a nuclear weapon. Never going to have a nuclear weapon. We're already substantially ahead of our time projections, but whatever the time is, it's okay. Whatever it takes, we will always, and we have right from the beginning, we projected 4 to 5 weeks but we have capability to go far longer than that. We'll do it whenever. Somebody said today, they said, oh, well, if the president wants to do it really quickly, after that, he'll get bored. I don't get bored. There's nothing boring about this. Do you agree?
All right, there was that. We are rolling through. I heard that we hit around 1,000 targets in the first 48 hours. I've heard that we hit about 1,000 targets. Launched over 600, but that number may be more now. Yeah, because it's daytime there right now. I saw Austin incident has now taken 3 lives. Sadly, it's horrible. Fries lover, it's horrible. And sadly, I don't think that that's going to be the last terroristic mass shooting, mass casualty we will see. He had no connection with anybody. It was completely out of terror, and that is what a terrorist is. Yeah, I know that Hegseth said he wouldn't rule out any ground troops. Do you believe the reports that the U.S. military is seriously short on missiles, or is it a psyop? Annie, I really struggle with that one. So Kelly has sent me a lot of articles on it, and I feel like it was put out into the world. But at the same time, I personally don't think that we are. I ran a vault for 8 years, and I could never imagine saying that we only have 2 weeks worth of ammo in there. And my friends that are still in, they say that they have more now than they've ever had. So I don't know if it's a false flag, a psyop of like, oh yeah, we only got this amount so that people think that that's it, or if truly we have been doing way too many trades and not building enough missiles. According to Israel, more than half of Iran's launchers have been destroyed. Okay. Fox News said 500 earlier today. Yeah, the latest round that was fired around 7 o'clock. Yep. There is a lot going on right now. So that's like why I'm trying to keep track. Because when I go live with you guys from like this point until about 10 o'clock at night is when it's like ramped up until about midnight. And then I get more of a broad number of where we're at. Annihilated the nuke program this summer. I really think that they were pushing to get close to nukes. I'm gonna just say it. Here's the thing. I think that they should have done more at that time. Annihilating it. I know a lot of people are really skeptical about it, but like I said, Iran is literally the Uncle Eddie of the world. They get shot at by 2 different countries. They shoot 11 countries. They should never, ever have long-range missiles or nukes. And they should never have been giving cash from the United States, from our presidencies, to supply terrorists. I'll say the uncomfortable thoughts out loud, whether that makes you like me or hate me. Iran is one of the things I prep for. Mm-hmm. I've said it time and time again. I would not consider buying $250,000 or more bunkers if they had nuke capabilities. I wouldn't even think twice on it. I'd be like, I'll take the mortgage. What do I got to do? They are the Uncle Eddies of the world. They should not be trusted with those kind of weapons. Look at how many enemies that they have just made. Literally the most comfortable thought I have heard all day. I know it sounds like it's just true though. They are the Uncle Eddies of the world. I would never trust them with a long range, let alone nukes. I will never be a sympathizer of the Islamic regime. I've seen what they do to people. I've been there. I've done that. I'll be in therapy probably the rest of my life for all the crap I've seen over there. I don't want our men and women in the sandbox, but at the same time, that is the one where I would say I would buy a bunker over. You wouldn't have to, Atlas Shelter, seriously. You come here, you live here. I mean, everyone's so shocked about this whole bombing. Y'all realize, like, that was said, right, like, in the midst of elections. I'm not getting political, I'm gonna tell you. Kamala said, "Do you have any thoughts or what you would say to Iran?" And she said, "Don't." Does Biden have anything to say to Iran? Don't. Trump said, "I will bomb the shit out of you." I mean, that was at least the most transparent thing I've ever heard. It's gonna be a very long war. I honestly, the way how aggressive it is at the very beginning, I really don't think it will be. As long as NATO doesn't get its fingers in it, I really don't think it would be a very long war. The long wars come from NATO, rules of engagement, all of those other things. Yeah, Wyoming homes there. There's so much different information out there. I really don't think this operation is going to last long term. I mean, it could. Anything's possible. I will never put down something, but I think it's very aggressive at the very front. So if it stays that aggressive, possibility. An exit strategy on this operation, annihilate, leave it for its own people. That's a pretty clean cut exit strategy. The one with Iraq and Afghanistan that got tricky was all of a sudden it was hearts and minds. All of a sudden it was rules of engagement. A terrorist is a terrorist. I don't sympathize with people who want to cause harm to innocent people, and I never will. I did not buy body armor for no reason. It's like one of those preps you hope you never have to use, but I definitely don't sympathize. Somebody at work told you they don't believe anything will happen with sleeper cells, instant side eye. You think it's gonna be long term? Ooh. How long? Like, how long are we betting on this war? I think if China got involved, it would be definitely a long war. 100%. Now they keep saying stuff. I don't know if it's going to. There's like 5 conversations going on in here. How many of you guys believe in sleeper cells? I feel like we're in good people. Jess said somebody at work said that they don't believe in sleeper cells, and she said side eye. I probably would be the same way. I'd be like I would be judging. Oh, I love that homestead. Who would give the hardest side eye? I'd be like, "Are we really there?" The hard part though, country Trumpkin, I won't lie. One I would be intimidated by is China invests a lot of time in their defense and their technology. They really truly do. Russia invests a lot into their own military stance. What's there not to believe? Hello, Mrs. V. Oh, I know they're already proven, but there's people out there that do not believe in them. They think that they're fictitious, that they are, not real. They do. They do need that oil to keep their production, but also look at the map. You got China and you got Russia, and then you've got the Middle East. I would not give a side eye. I would have told them what's up. You would have gone off. Kelly's like, I would go off. Kelly, do we have a grandbaby yet in here? I'm just like waiting so impatient. I can't even imagine what you're like right now. I guaranteeing like pacing back and forth, back and forth. Afternoon, Wolf Pack. Welcome in. China has no combat experience. I can get with that, Rich. Nope. Are you going crazy? Wife and mommy, hello, hello. Well, then it's Darwin at the finest. I mean, I'm an a-hole. Yeah, I'm going to let you guys sit with that before I say my next statement. I'll let you guys just ponder that one. We're going to ponder that. We're just going to ponder that one. I'm the first one that says nuke it. But don't ever vote me as your president because I'd be a dictator. Prep. That's all we can do. Stay vigilant, 100%. Iran and Venezuela were logistical supports. Yeah. I mean, that was a very strategic move. Prep steadying in Denver. I love that. China is the mob boss of all of this. Very true. I probably shouldn't say the quiet thoughts out loud. I'm not Canada. Sorry, Canada. I know that we just went over the First World Order and everybody in Canada is like, oh, no, she did not. A Christian dictator. I already told you I'd be a dictator. I've never. You had me at a-hole. Wait, what came out? Wait, that didn't come out. Curtis, I literally said nuke it all. Just clean slate. Clean slate. Start all over. We can call it Little America number 2. They're on 16th and St. Mall pretty much. Oh, really? Yeah, Kelly, I think that would be more. I know. He's probably not offended. I don't think that they have any boots to ground authority. I think it would be more of technology, hacking, water systems, electricity, cell phones, those kind of things. Why would a country send troops to go and die on land when they have so much technology capabilities that they could cripple a society? You always say the quiet thoughts out loud, and then that's why you're our leader. It's because I started a cult. It's fine. It's fine. We're all fine here, right? We're all okay with drinking Kool-Aid on Wednesdays. Apparently, it's not supposed to be the grape Kool-Aid because some cult leader offed everyone with it. But I like grape Kool-Aid, so trust the grape Kool-Aid. Prepping redheads as a temper and control issues. I don't have control issues. I just hit the button. That would require me to have empathy in it, and I really don't. I'm married to a redhead, Ukrainian redhead. Okay. That explains a lot. Gaza also did some crazy things. You know what? Look at Japan. There's a city there. You know, that nuke, everything cleared out and everything was okay. On Iran? Yeah. You know, every single missile has its own radius, right? Like you can pick and choose how big the radius is. Yeah, I said it. That's fine. Say what? You already seem very offended by about 90% of the things I say, but you still come every single day. So I'm impressed with it. I said the quiet thing. I said it out loud. You know, if they had nukes, they would nuke us too. Women, children, kids, everything. Hello, Steven. Welcome in. My husband's doing good. He's upstairs right now. I'll say the quiet things. No, Mrs. V, we keep asking Kelly if there's a grandbaby yet. I can tell who's been overseas and who hasn't. Like, just by the way you talk. So there's plane tickets. I'm hearing hotel rates in Bahrain are real cheap right now. And Dubai. Go for it. I think it's a great educational moment. If you don't think that is, by all means. Did I lose you there? We both served the same time in the same theater. This is why I respect, right, Rich? Where it's like, where you've seen things like, I'll just be blunt with you. I'm going to say after about the age 9 with children there, I mean, you still are walking into suicide bombers. I mean, that's just the truth. Unless you're talking about children that are way young and that haven't been indoctrinated, then we can have an open-ended conversation on that. But that's not my business, and there's a reason why I don't go to the Middle East anymore. Is Dubai back to receiving planes? I saw earlier that they shut down airspace again, but they had reopened it. No, I don't care. First Amendment's there for a reason. It's totally fine. But don't try to like make me sympathize with Gaza. I do not sympathize with any of that. I watched that terror attack. You know that there was like 2 TikTokers there that got slaughtered, right? On live. You know that, right? I know you only watch what the news tells you, but there was actual people who were live streaming. Charles, thank you so much for the new membership. Welcome in. But I'm not going to tiptoe around it. I'm not going to be like, "Oh, Gaza's so nice." It's not, and I don't care what anyone thinks on it. Christina, thank you so much. Oh my gosh, thank you. That was so kind. Thanks for the super sticker. Is he on CNN doing a replay? Let's find out what BB says. What's up, BB? Let's look it up. Thank you, Christina. $10-minute read. Let's see. CNN. Trump's telling CNN, oh, this one's updated. Big wave is yet to come with the war in Iran. So they haven't even done their major uptick yet in the next 24 hours. Let's keep going over it since everybody wants to live under a rock. Let's go. Sirens over Bahrain. Authorities call residents to take shelter. This was about 33 minutes ago. 49 minutes ago, Iran's leadership faces biggest crisis in history. 52 minutes ago, more than 700 civilians are killed in the Iran war since the war began. Civil rights group is claiming those numbers. 20 minutes ago, what you need to know. Let's see. In the Middle East, Saudi Arabia, the U.S. embassy was hit by 2 suspected Iranian drones. In Beirut, Israel, the striking on Hezbollah command centers, weapons storage facilities in Lebanese also launched a new wave of strikes in Tehran. Upcoming or incoming missiles in Israel, the United States, the UAE, Qatar, Kuwait said they detected incoming missiles launched from Iran. Iran's nuclear facility satellite photos. Intelligence company Vanter captured over the last 48 hours, revealing damage to the nuclear facility. Thank God. It's one of their most sensitive military installations. Ooh, the map is getting brighter and brighter. All right. Iranian retaliatory strikes. Let's see. Number 4, okay. Israel struck Lebanon. 6 U.S. service members have been killed in Kuwait. Debris from 2 intercepted Iranian drones hit an oil refinery. Is that the oil refinery in Saudi Arabia? Hold on, that's number 3. Oil tanker was attacked off the coast of Oman in the Arabian Sea. Drones struck Fairmount Hotel in Dubai. Tell me what Dubai did. What leadership? That was my question. Alan, thank you so much for the membership. Welcome in. Welcome in. Charles, thank you so much for the membership. Beer fridge is stocked and ready. I'm trying to go back through. All right, 1 second. I'm going to go through this really quick. I'm going to press play. I'm going to pause you guys for a moment. Give me 1 second. Okay, I think I got all of that information. I really need 2 computers, guys. Dubai is crazy rich and they have a lot of power in oil. I'll tell you that. Kuwait has intercepted 178 ballistic missiles, 384 drones since the latest conflict has developed. 384 drones. Can you guys imagine that? 384 drones. 178 missiles. They can keep their cheap tickets. Are you sure? Wait, what did Wyoming say? Did I miss one? The refinery was Saudi oil giant. Is that where it is? U.S. embassy in Saudi Arabia was struck by 2 suspected Iranian drones. No injured reported. Do you think that they're going to take this to Congress to declare war? Truthfully, guys? Or are they just going to keep it under membership or under operations? What do you guys think? No? You think they're going to just declare it as an operation, right? If it goes past 90 days, they have to, yes. Trump has warned about larger uptick of surges, Americans to depart on regions. I don't really listen to BB, just as a heads up. Badges? We don't need no stinking badges. Wait, what? You don't want a badge? Really? We believe this is about oil? Oil, everyone. Drill, baby, drill, by the way. Shit, I'll take 99-cent gas. That's very true, Rich. Depends on what support for Iran. So far, it looks like they're on their own. I kind of imagine China and Russia at first were like, oh, you're going to get involved. And then now they're like, okay, well, they're busy over there. What about Taiwan? Can we hit there? What do you think? What do you think? Putin, you down? You down? They're a little busy right now. Yeah, a second wave has already been sent. Yeah, they're sending reinforcements. I do know that. I mean, there's a lot. There's a lot going on every day. I mean, I feel like since January, have any of you guys seen that short I did? And it was like January 2026. I feel like I'm going to be remaking that one tonight, right behind me, on all the updates from January till March 1st. Do you think the internet is ready to handle that? Russia is a little busy. Chinese toys have proven less than helpful against us. Yeah. The big thing is the one thing I hate about the idea of all of this in war is all the drones. Have you guys really thought about drones in your preps? Like, truthfully. Drones, just never ending drones. Do a dual screen? I can't. Safe Homeland, welcome in, welcome in. Yeah, Vinny, we were talking about that at the very beginning of this live. Like, the strait is closed. Stock up on your oil now. I'm purchasing our plane tickets right now. Literally purchasing plane tickets because we have to travel a little bit, and unfortunately, things are about to get really, really, really expensive. Really, really expensive. Drones are terrifying. I agree with that. Wasted by Wednesday, drones all the time, right? First time listener. Yeah, shit's getting weird. I agree with that. Flustered Cluck. Flustered Cluck Homestead. Drones are terrified when you think about war. They have so many issues. Is the only cans working? Everybody drop the only cans in the chat if you are a member and you have access. Thanks, Serena. Not to be worried about drones, to be honest. I don't like drones. We have to travel for sports events. They have so many. I just said that they hit Kuwait with 384 drones. 384. Christina is like, only cans, only cans, only cans. We've revved up that only cans. Well, I am going to continue to monitor this. What is only cans? It was a joke. Somebody asked if I had an only. I do not, but I do a lot of canning. So then it became a joke about only cans. So there's only cans. Less detectable materials. Well, and with China, China's threatened to cut us off on minerals, and we need minerals to make bombs, those kind of things. I mean, it's about to get interesting. This escalation, wartime. Welcome in. There's the man.
It's gonna be fine because I found my PT belt and my whoopee.
You got your whoopee and your PT belt.
Everything's gonna be okay.
That's FAFO. That's my husband, everybody. Give him a warm welcome. As long as you got your whoopee, life is great.
Yeah, and your PT belt.
And your PT belt.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
As long as
that's what they tell you.
Guess how many drones have hit Kuwait?
100.
384 drones.
We were on that base too.
We were there
for a couple weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like my whoopee?
I do like your whoopee. That's a nice whoopee.
You want it?
I have my whoopee.
I don't even have the new style one. That's how old I am.
I have this one and I have the old one because I had BDUs when I got in.
They don't give me any new stuff, so
everyone's talking to you. You need to talk back to them.
I can't read.
Here, I'll put it on the big screen. Ricky came in.
What up, Code Red? Yeah, no, I got the old ACU style. I don't want any new stuff because they're probably were going to charge me, double charge me, and I ain't doing it. So, all right, what'd they say? Yeah.
Jace case add-on. I think ivermectin's like $1 on Jace case if you already got a new one.
Get it.
MLB said thank you for your service.
Dance Dad's in the house. What up?
Country Trumpkin keeps comparing me to Donna off the 70s show, and she said that he just said I married Kelso. So apparently you're Kelso.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Donna!
Oh my god.
You guys want to know what my therapist told me?
God.
I'm just kidding. But if I did have one, she told me to pack up early because I always wait till the last minute. So I decided to start packing early. Yep, yours truly is going to throw 160. I probably can't say it.
Jace is not part of Big Pharma. You got to do your research on that. Jace is actually the opposite of Big Pharma. They have their own pharmacies and they have their own compound facilities.
They're saying ivermectin is still Big Pharma.
Not from Jace, though.
Yeah.
Jace is not linked to Big Pharma. Jace is actually
would have probably saved lives.
Jace has actually been taking on Big Pharma a lot. DD214 is the greatest blanket ever. True.
Yeah, well, with us guards people, they give us one after the training. They give us one after going combat deployment, and then we have to wait for a long, long time to get one. So congratulations. It is a good, safe blanket.
Dance Dad in the house.
That's right. All right, I'm going to go finish.
Christina says the Donna has her rolling.
Donna.
Did you punk your therapist? You know, he's been in the service for 20 years. He's just started doing his PTSD work.
Yeah. My therapist she gets no tax on overtime.
No tax on overtime.
Yeah. All right.
Tuning in from New Zealand. Does my code still work? So Jace doesn't use a code anymore. You just have to use the link. The link's in the description of every single live and every video. You click it and it will automatically give you a discount.
Later, YouTube.
Everyone says later, YouTube. Kaylee gets out at 9. I should be off though to get her. Yeah. Hold on. I'm trying. He's now singing to his whoopee. K container missiles, those Connex containers are everywhere. China. I agree, Annie. That is something so concerning. What Code Red said, I love my Jace. My son got strep throat yesterday, had antibiotics to start treating him right away. Exactly. My 14-year-old, she got strep last week and we just went in. Normally we have to go back for another visit and back for another visit. Every single one of my kids have their own Jace case. And you can ask Jace themselves. They come into TikTok live quite often. I don't know if they've come into my YouTube ones, but we literally make the joke that I'm the worst and best influencer. I would not receive a free case from Jace as an affiliate. I bought all of my own. And as I bought them and I tested them, because I bought antibiotic packs from like 4 different companies, and some of them I was impressed and some of them I wasn't impressed. But the ones with the kids, I was beyond impressed. We also called it a poncho liner. We call it a whoopee. We sleep with it. I slept with my whoopee, my poncho liner, every freaking night. You got charged both times. I got out. Oh. Fluster. Biggest, if any of you are joining the service, become friends with your supply. Ricky, is your mod status over here working? It looks like you're a mod over here. Is it working for you? Doesn't seem foolish that I'm prepped for the next 10 years. No. Living off grid Alaska. No. Hi. Say what? Okay. All you've wanted to do is argue today, and it's like exhausting. I've worked with Jace. Jace has actually been taking on big pharma. They actually call out different pharmaceutical companies that are charging thousands of dollars for different treatment plans. They have their own compound facilities and they make their own drugs. So how does that make them part of big pharma? Where is in there? Do you see Pfizer in there? Do you see any of the others? I know that you want to have a fight today, and I love that so much and keep that spirit alive. But honestly, I would really double, triple, quadruple check what is in each and everything. If you don't like the fact that I like Jace, that's fine. Contingency Medical is an absolute joke. I'll say it about any medical company. I've bought from all of them. I've spent thousands of dollars on investing in my own preps versus doing sponsorships on purpose. And the reason I really like them is you do have your own control. It's not my business past that. But the fact that they have taken on big pharma on that and they actually support people in buying ivermectin to treat cancer is pretty powerful in my eyes, while other places want you to be hooked up to meds forever. Your husband gave you a whoopee for Valentine's Day, the best gift ever, 100%. And I would be dumb if I didn't prep antibiotics. First of all, my daughter was born with kidney disease. She needs life-saving medication without us sitting at a urgent care or an emergency room. And this is just basic level. Oh, the Jace cup. There we go. We don't need to go sit at an urgent care for somebody to decide if she has a UTI or if she has a kidney infection. We need to treat it right away. She is 12 years old and we have prevented her from going from stage 1 to stage 2. She's had 14 kidney surgeries. So I'm going to do what's best for my kid. You do what's best for your kids. That's your business. That's my business. My emergency preparedness means I'm going to make sure all my kids are hooked up. That little case you see right there, that one's hers. That travels with us for dance. Not cures, treats. Treats. Report me. Logan, have a wonderful night. Ricky, thank you so much for becoming a member. I appreciate that. Yeah, a lot of people in here like to judge a lot. No, big pharma is different. You have to really look at big pharma. Right now, you could go through almost every single legislature and you can find out which big pharma agencies are underneath each one. Do you see Jace donating to any political campaign? No. They have their own pharmacies. Jace is actually based out of here in Utah. I've been to their facilities. I've been to their pharmaceuticals, and I've been to where they actually do their compounds. So that's why I feel a lot better with Jace, personally. If you don't, ain't my business. Go ahead. Go on with yourself. Because every time you go to your pharmacy, a pharmacy that you drive through, or CVS, or wherever, Costco, whatever, that's all big pharma right there. But a lot of them do not have their own compounding areas. You called it a poncho liner, Billy D? Ricky, thank you so much for the sticker. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Gotta disguise my what? Wait, what? As a fountain drink? Turtle, you're hilarious. 32 years as a trauma nurse, and I buy from Jace, and I love it. Well, exactly. I can't tell you how many times. I mean, she was born this way. We've done 14 kidney surgeries. My daughter just spent 2 weeks in June in the children's hospital. Thoughts on Faraday cloth covering electronics? Is it effective? You have to use the aluminum tape to seal the edges. And then I would say put something underneath it to test it first. We've done 2 different, what you're saying, 2 different generators. One, we did not use, it's like aluminum tape. We got a signal through it. The other one we did fine. I do. I really like Jace. There's not a lot of other companies out there where I'm like, Tammy, shh, they're coming up with one. Shh, that's the rumor on the street. I don't know if it's true. Shh. I didn't say that. But it's a rumor. It's a rumor. What are you doing? What are you doing? You want up? Come here. Come on. Oh, you gonna say hello to everybody? Hello. I know. I know. Is mom working? I know. You never know who I'm talking to, huh? Like, this crazy lady talks to a phone and a computer all day and microphones, huh? Is it a microphone? It's a Dex. Goodbye. Curtis, that would be hilarious, right? Wouldn't that be so funny? He just bought another Whoopie last week for $20. Where did you find it? We have extra ones. So I worked supply, and I'm not going to lie, I did acquire a lot of things, and that's what we have at the property. A lot of different acquirings. A lot of different acquire. Try going to Eastern Europe and guessing which pharmacies allows by Russian mob by selling placebo. Never done that. Tell me about that. Wyoming homestead. Wow. You're just gonna listen on out. On out. It's game night. Oh, I love that. So for me personally, when it comes to like with what my daughter was born with bilateral hydronephrosis. She ended up with 14 kidney surgeries. She spent this last June almost 2 weeks in the children's hospital. We thought it was her kidneys. She turned out having ulcers. And then they almost put us in, gave her a feeding tube. It was really rough. And then she had also qualified for nationals to compete her solo in. And she was thankfully regained enough strength, but we had to do extremely high protein to try to heal her body. But for her, it's just so critically important that if she shows a sign of a kidney infection, that we treat for it immediately, because once you start developing scar tissue on your kidneys, I don't know if anybody in here has kidney problems, but it will continue to compact and compact and compact until kidney failure. And our job, my job as her mother, is to make sure that she truthfully can successfully live life. And we are very aggressive about her condition so that she can just live the best life she can. My dog alerts when someone before they are in a driveway. Oh, I like that, Cheryl. Do I prep for my dogs? Yes, Ruben, I do. But lap swaps, what you said, Faraday cloth, I've done it. You just have to use the tape. I would say put a ham radio in there and put your cell phone in there. Tape it up with like your generator, because we did a large generator with it just to see if it would do well and fare well. It can go from a little infection to a renal failure so fast. Exactly. I bought it on the WhatsApp app. BattleBox has shown it. What's the name of my doggo? That one's Dex. Yeah, that's you. That's you, sir. Hello. Hello. He's a gremlin. What? Oh, gosh. He's going to throw a ball to himself. You good over there? He's showing off. Is WhatsApp app, is that like a real thing or is it a scam? Anybody in the chat? Biological, you got Mira and you've got Parcel. Just depends on what you're having. So we have respirators from Parcel, but we're looking at actually upping to, is it Mira? Mira's got some pretty cool stuff, especially for kids. I am non-denominational. We do both. Raw feed or kibble, we do both. So we do a half kibble and then half raw. And we've actually started incorporating a lot of freeze-dried organ meat for them. Oh, I'm sorry. Curtis Lee. Oh, jeez. Didn't you say your wife's from Ukraine? That's probably why. Yeah, you gotta prep for the fur babies. In the summer, they eat really, really well because they'll eat sweet potatoes that I grow and carrots and all kinds of things. During the winter, that's the harder part, you know. We are seasonal eaters here. Who all in the chat is seasonal eaters due to prepping? Out of curiosity. Are any of you guys seasonal eaters? What do you? You look like you're being naughty. Is this yours? There you go. I do because I like to grow my own food. He's throwing his toy. They do, Billy D. I have like all my respirators. Those are all from Parcel. Not too many allergies to complicate things. I work 25 years in an outpatient with dialysis. Definitely keep doing everything you can and keep busy on our care. Exactly, David, which a lot of people don't know. So since we're all very new to each other, I've been doing this a long time. Some of you guys have been with me for a long time. If you guys didn't know, my mom passed away. Both of her kidneys had failed. She ended up on dialysis, ended up being getting an organ transplant. And then her body started to go into failure and she passed away almost 2 years ago. So it's a really hard situation when your mom had it and your daughter has it. And it was a very hard thing because I needed to be an organ donor for my mom, and then my daughter needs to. So it's one of those of just being as aggressive as possible. A lot of people don't understand that. It can complicate things. It can make things a little bit harder for people to understand. Being a medical mom is a hard one. So when it comes to prepping, if Jace told me it was $700, I would probably fish out that money. I will never mess around with her health. You wear glasses and gets inserts? Yes. Has to be seasoned. We have a local produce rescue. We get 70 pounds of produce on Saturdays for $20. Wait. Where are you from? Livio, how do I get in on this? I really like it. How do I get in on this? Yeah, what are you starting? Where do we get there? Why are we disagreeing about what my religion is? Why are we disagreeing on what my religion is? Front and center, class. Front and center. What's going on? Borderlands produce rescue. That's pretty. No, you're great. That sounds amazing. What is happening? You're a seasonal freeze dryer. We did 4 bushels of corn last harvest season from the local. Ooh, nice. Levi, I love that. They do it across the street. That's pretty cool. I'll take 20 pounds of produce. Luis is like, oh crap, you're in trouble. Why are we debating my religion? Because I say I'm non-denominational? It's because my husband's non-denominational. I was First Assembly. I'm okay with being non-denominational. And honestly, it's not anybody's business because I don't pay your taxes and you don't pay my taxes. So let's not debate my religion. Wolfpack, I love that. There's people arguing and I don't know. But I'll tell you that. Amanda says, I'm non-denominational too. So, like, why y'all asking so many questions? Ask me about one of my tattoos. I pray. I believe in the Lord. I also know I'm a sinner. The evil redhead. I've been watching your TikTok for your lives. I was live earlier today, evil redhead. I haven't seen you in a minute. It's not my business to know. I don't ask you guys that many questions. I'm going to ask you about your preps. That's what I'm going to ask you. Have I seen Scream 7? Yes. Yes, I did see it. Trent, did you go see it? Show and tell. I got a frog right here. That's for my mom. My mom's nickname was Kermie. If you're from Oregon in here, I have Multnomah Falls across my entire back of my forearm. It's pretty cool. Thanks, Tammy. That's my grandma's signature. She wrote my name, Chris. And I got her signature copied in. This one's really precious to me. It's kind of like everything that's death also has some beauty in it. Oh, I'm so sorry, evil redhead. Go all the way around and show the go all the way around. Which ones? Because I'm tatted like from head to toe, guys. A lot of you guys don't realize that. And then I have peonies. And those I have enough buds for all of my children in there. And then up on here, I have Artemis. Welcome in. She's the goddess of the hunt. I also have a beautiful landscape from Soapstone, Utah, which I think is one of the most beautiful landscape I've ever seen. Then I have tattoos over here. My chest is done. My rib cages is done. My entire back is done. So, you know, us veterans really like our caffeine, nicotine, and tattoos. So you did yesterday. I thought it was pretty solid. The AI plot was sick. It was good, Trent. I won't lie. The AI plot was pretty amazing because that is something we talk about in the prepping field is AI. I'm glad that they brought it around towards Sydney and got it away from all these other extra characters. Penny pinchers near me had 50 pounds of potatoes for 17. I love that. Are you going to can up those potatoes? I have about 100 pounds of potatoes in my garage right now that I have to do. I'm making hash browns. I don't know if you guys want that over here, but I am going to be shredding all of them and storing them in my freezer for hash browns and dehydrating some of them and freeze drying them because I have like 100 pounds. Beats rhymes with knife. Welcome in, welcome in. David says, all that matters is that I love the Lord. Yep. Can I water bath potatoes? I prefer you not to. Pressure can. Pressure can. Curtis, you already got your only cans. You already got only cans as the emote in here. You don't need an only tats. You don't need an only tats. I know when people meet my husband, it's always the joke. They'll be like, oh, he's got a lot of tattoos. And he's like, you should see my wife. No tats. I'm a wimp. This one I did on live stream. This one, I mean, it's a big one. Hold on. Let's move back. So it's a pretty big one. It was like 10 hours and I did it on live stream. I have a really high pain tolerance. Yeah, pressure can potatoes. Please, please, please. How to get my freeze dryer ready again after sitting for a few years. Oh, I don't know. We'd have to ask Mike J on that. One of your daughters has more tattoos than skin. That's where I'm getting. I feel like this arm is like my innocent arm. Like when I film, I'm like, oh, it's so clean. Oh, yeah, no, it's not. Drops a laughing to see you try to be an angel. It's my angel arm. Leave it alone. Looks innocent. We're gonna freeze dryer through all the test diagnosis, freeze dryer, and pump. Yeah, do the diagnosis, but you're also gonna have to update your settings too. Can you freeze dry French cut potatoes? Don't know. Never done it. I wouldn't see why not. Maybe? I feel like you could. Possibility. It would just probably, you'd have to run it a little bit longer because they're thick. When it's the first setup of the machine. Yeah, you got to run like a whole diagnosis. So go underneath the settings. I don't know which year or model you have either. And then I would probably run, you know, when you did your bread test, you know what I'm talking about, the bread test. Yes, Rich, we're on the same wavelength, my friend. Rich and I are vibing. 40 to 50 cents here in Alabama. You freeze-dried watermelon, 10 out of 10. Was it delicious? 10 out of 10. I would do that one. Yeah, the gray Jedi. Yeah. I'm still here, Jordan. Welcome back. Welcome back. Any of my mods, if you're having mod trouble, let me know when you're in the chat so that I can go over on YouTube and like go through your settings to see what is going on. Does freeze drying remove any nutrients from the food? No. Freeze drying is actually the most nutrients you can get inside your food, which is amazing. It's like one of those amazing. In all of this live, we've only lost one member. Who was it? Which one got mad? Which one got mad? Was it you? Or was it you? One thing I haven't bought is a freeze dryer. I need to run my freeze dryer more. It's hard because down here it gets way too loud. When it's too loud, then I can't film. I need to find a different place to put my freeze dryer. All right. Have a good night, Mrs. V. I'm actually going to be heading out too. I got to get ready to go pick up my daughter from dance. I hope you guys have a wonderful night. And as always, stay aware, stay prepared, and always have your head on a swivel. I'm going to try to keep up with what's going to happen tonight. I feel like everything is just day by day by day by day. I should be getting out a restock up. You put yours in the laundry room, noisy rooms all around. Yeah. Mine's right there. And it's fine for me doing food preservation here, but it does make it a little bit harder with recordings. Good night. All right. I will catch you guys tomorrow.
In the ashes of the end rises the Doomsday Queen.